Enlightenment is the process of waking up to the reality of this existence. To me, enlightenment means being completely and effortlessly interconnected with the truth. No barriers, no striving. I think of enlightenment in two interrelated ways. One, total elimination of greed, hatred, and delusion. Two, realization of emptiness. Enlightenment is the discovery of my own true nature through meditation, reflection, and living fully with the joys, sorrows, and love of other beings in the marvelous existence of this wondrous world, here and now. To me, all sounds very enlightened. Our founding teacher, Sotae-san, said that there are thousands of levels of enlightenment. Traditionally, Buddhism talks about gradual awakening and sudden awakenings. Here is a poem that presents gradual awakening. Our body is a Bodhi tree. Our mind a mirror bright. Polish it diligently, time and again, and let no dust alight. Our body is a Bodhi tree. Bodhi means enlightenment. Our body is a Bodhi tree. We are all potential Buddhas. Touch your potential Buddha. Our body is a Bodhi tree. Say, our body is a Bodhi tree. Our mind a mirror bright. Our mind is originally bright and clear. Polish it diligently, time and again, and let no dust alight. Practice and practice, so we restore this awakened mind. This poem says that you are a potential Buddha, so be hopeful and practice what? Diligently. Sounds hopeful? Here is another poem that presents sudden awakening. There is no Bodhi tree, nor stand of a mirror bright. Originally, there is not a single thing. Where could the dust alight? There is no Bodhi tree. There is such a thing as enlightenment. There is no such a thing as enlightenment. So do not expect it. Nor stand of a mirror bright. There is no container for our original nature which we could find. Originally, there is not a single thing. Where could the dust alight? So no dust to clean up. So nothing to practice. Nowhere to go to find enlightenment. You're already done. This poem of a sudden awakening says that you are always and already a Buddha. You are a living Buddha. Say hello to your living Buddha. Hello, living Buddha. Hello, living Buddha. Hello, living Buddha. When do you experience enlightenment? When do you experience enlightenment? Nate?
I experience it when I get quiet, and I look inside, and I find love inside.
When do you experience enlightenment? When you are in deep, quiet meditation? When you are gardening? When you are walking in nature? Beautiful nature. When you become one with the music or your favorite activity? When listening to someone's inspirational talk? I hope you are all enlightened today. These are wonderful settings that can allow us to experience a glimpse of enlightenment. However, I am a firm believer that most powerful enlightenment can come in the darkest, most difficult time. When I served as a junior 교무님 in one of my previous temples, I had a very difficult experience. One day, a senior 교무님 admonished me in front of a youth member, speaking very harshly in a kind of degrading way. I felt what she said was unfair and inappropriate. I felt humiliated to hear those words in front of a visiting student. My lots of inner voice says like this, I'm junior, but I'm still ordained 교무님. So these words kept coming to my mind. I could use some respect here. I felt so confused, embarrassed, and at the same time, numb. Then I reached the point where I did not need to defend myself. I quietly stood there, simply listening to what she had to say. When she finished berating me, my body was led to sit and meditate in front of the altar for a while. I had been hit so hard that I lost the sense of self. I felt that myself is totally annihilated and there was nothing left. I surrendered and felt free with no resistance. At the moment, there was liberation and peace in the midst of the most challenging time I had ever faced. So to me, enlightenment means total letting go and freedom from my egoistic self and any self-image. Here is a story which Pema Chodron recalled in one of her books. A proud man had been seeking enlightenment, and he was told to find a wise old woman in a remote cave high in the mountains. After great effort, he found her. So, this man told her, I am here to attain enlightenment. Please show me how. With a beautiful smile, the wise woman looked at him and asked, Are you sure? He said, Of course I am sure. Immediately, the holy woman turned into a demon and started to hit him with a big stick. He tried to run away, but she kept chasing after him, saying, Now, now, now. We often think, oh, when will I get there? The wise holy woman turned herself into a powerful demonic-looking messenger. She shattered his fantasy about what enlightenment would be like. She broke his expectation of enlightenment. You know, expectation is an outcome of our ego. This woman was chasing him to scare off his proud ego. Do not seek enlightenment to satisfy your ego. Ready? This is our enlightenment tool. In Buddhism, enlightenment is often connected with the idea of seeing. I like the song Amazing Grace. I think it is a great Buddhist song, especially the line, I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see. Perfect expression of enlightenment in Buddhism. In the Eightfold Practice, the first path is right view. Right view. Enlightenment starts with the right view. Right view means seeing all aspects beyond our narrow and limited vision. A 360-degree awareness. Please turn and look all the way around you. 360-degree awareness. How do you feel when you have this 360-degree awareness? You have surely heard this story a lot. 3 blind men were trying to describe what an elephant looks like. So Ani, stand up. I need a volunteer. Come here. And then hold this picture. You can stand right there next to me. Thank you. One blind man who was holding a leg of the elephant says, it feels like a tree trunk. Another blind man who was holding the elephant's trunk said, that's not true. The elephant is like a horn. The third blind man who touched the elephant's belly said, that's not true. It seems like a barrel. Each man insists that their way of describing the elephant was the most accurate. Soon they got into a big argument. Poor elephant. Thank you, Adi. Enlightenment means not seeing partially, not only leg or trunk or back or in a belly. That's what enlightenment means to me. Seeing the entire picture of time and place, beyond all conceivable realms of time and space. I know you have the mental power to let go of your own perspective and be able to flip this perspective. For example, seeing grace from harm means being able to flip that perspective. You are not finding, challenging problem. You can flip that perspective. Wow, grace, gratitude, beneficence, grace. What a blessing, what an opportunity. This is a complete view. That is enlightenment. When we have the right view, there is no division where you are liberated, conservative, independent, libertarian, or anarchist, whether you're from North or South, whether you're Easterners or Westerners. Right view is clear vision, understanding differences, but without attachment to any particular viewpoint. Yes? Yes. Recently, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and South Korean President Mr. Moon met and talked about denuclearization of Korean Peninsula. For many people, this is a miracle. Truly miracle. During the last few days, I have received many congratulatory messages from you all and friends around the world because of the peace talks in Korea. This is like a great gift for this spiritual birthday of our community. As citizens of the world, each of us has prayed and prayed for peace on earth. And knowingly or unknowingly, we have played a part in this promising development. Until recently, I had never heard the actual voice of Kim Jong-un. Reverend Jinja said that it is surprising. He sounds like a normal, regular Korean person. During my childhood, Kim Jong-un's father and grandfather were often depicted like a cartoon in a frightening manner with fat, scary lumps on their faces and necks. We often create certain images about Korea, how people live or suffer there, through social media and news reports. Despite the current dynamic globalization, we are still limited from having a full understanding about other countries and other people. So through many layers of filters, we are kept from direct and factual sources. So we often hear only what we want to hear. We often see only what we want to see. So we do not have a 360-degree awareness. We do not see the entire elephant. Our clear vision can be blurred or distorted by such delusive thoughts. Whenever we have a road trip, we take moments to meditate and pray for safe and mindful travel. This is a really wonderful way to enjoy the trip, so I hope you try that out. This allows us to be silent and focus on our intention for the trip. I often experience clearer vision after moments of meditation, chanting, and prayers in the car. When I look at the world through the window, it looks totally different. Everything looks totally different after just brief moment of quiet reflection. It's amazing. My busy mind has become calm, and when my mind becomes calm, my vision expands suddenly, far and wide, allowing me to see without any judgment what's going on in the highway. It is like cleaning the glasses of my inner mind. When there is dust on my glasses, I cannot see things clearly. Even a speck of dust in my eye can make the whole world look blurry and imperfect. A speck of dust in our mind can stir up a series of thoughts, thought after thought, thereby cause a blurring of our clear mind. So what causes all these disturbances and thoughts? It comes from nowhere, and it goes where? Nowhere. It comes from nowhere, and it goes nowhere. The dusty thoughts can clear like a wisp of smoke or a melting snowflake. And that is very possible. Yes? Nod. When I do some chanting and have some quiet time during the road trip, I often experience my stirred up mind calming down, and I come to see things clearly. At those times, these mantras come to my mind. I am seeing fully. I am hearing fully. I am smelling fully. I am tasting fully. I am fully sensing the breeze and temperature. I am fully noting my mind and thoughts. Enlightening moments are always with us. Enlightenment allows me to feel total freedom, liberation from myself, liberation from whatever is binding me. It allows me to access clear, right view. Our founding teacher of this great enlightenment on April 28, 1916, kaboom! He said, all things in the universe are of one spiritual nature. All dharmas come from one source. In this oneness, the principle of no beginning and no ending, and the principle of cause and effect are mutually grounded in one another, creating the complete truth. The next head Dharma master, Jeongsan, articulates a few steps of great enlightenment. You don't have to remember all this. Just try to remember one, okay? One aspect is how all dharmas return to one. Are you deeply aware of our interconnectedness with all beings? Are you? Are you deeply aware that paths are many, but the truth is one? Are you? 1,000 waterfalls lead to a river. All rivers flow to the ocean. All dharmas return to one. Please say, all dharmas return to one. To know the realm of true emptiness is another aspect of great enlightenment. All things flow between being solid and non-solid. The intrinsic nature of all things is beyond the substance. So when we track down the origin of all existence, it is emptiness. To see the truth of marvelous existence is a third aspect of great enlightenment. In our minds, then, thank you for the ukulele, there are no good thoughts or bad thoughts. Our thoughts can be marvelous gifts. And because of a thought, one thought, we are here. Because of one thought, we have this whole marvelous gift. Everyday event and changes, marvelous existence. A final aspect of enlightenment is to keep our true nature free from internal disturbances and external distraction. Can you repeat the sentence? To keep our true nature free from internal distraction and external disturbance. Yeah. Internal disturbance, external distraction. So no matter what's happening internally, externally, maintaining, keeping. That's, if you're doing it, you are enlightened. Mm-hmm. Keeping our true nature means maintaining our originally calm, bright, and clear state of mind, no matter what, no matter what. Enlightenment is an experience, is a process. We all are meant to be enlightened. And before we start the service, there was two youngsters, they tried to step in to come inside Dharma hall, or step back. Oh, I'm looking for more quiet meditation. Step in and step out. So when we have a picking and choosing mind, okay, today's menu of the Sunday gathering here is not what I want to eat. So picking, choosing mind, and they didn't have the affinity. But you are here. In honor of your presence here, you are all meant to be enlightened. I guarantee you're all meant to be enlightened. Whether we awaken gradually, or suddenly we travel this path together. On this path. When? Where? Here. When? Right now. Right now. So dear friends, please join me in reciting the following lines. I'll say each line first, and you will repeat the line, substituting your name for my name. For example, when I say like this, Dear WonGong, Buddha of every moment to moment, then you repeat the line with your name instead of mine. Can you do that? Dear Ani, Buddha of every moment to moment. Okay, we're going to do that. Start over. Dear WonGong, Buddha of every moment. Buddha of every moment. Dear WonGong, Buddha of every day to day. Dear Dear WonGong, Buddha of all day long. Dear WonGong, Buddha of a long time. May I realize enlightenment right now. May I realize enlightenment right now.